Well, it's January the 11th. Tomorrow will be 2 weeks since I've gone back to work and 4 weeks since I've finished my treatments. And man, my work has been so good to me. They haven't made me do any real hard work or anything like that for the most part. I don't have a real physical job anyway. But there are days when we have to work pretty hard. But they've been babying me, taking it easy on me, because even though now it's been a month since I quit my treatment, I'm very surprised and disappointed actually that I still have some low energy issues, and I still have sores in my mouth once again, surprisingly, but they're getting better. Every day is better. Today is better than yesterday, and yesterday was better than the day before. I mean, it's just matter of fact, I ate some nachos with jalapenos today for the first time in a long time, and I love nachos with jalapenos. So yeah, every day's getting better. I still have a couple of weeks to go before I have my CT scan done, so right now I really don't know anything, except for the tumor is definitely almost gone. It's still there. It's a little bump there, but it's not anywhere near that it was. It's definitely shrinking, and I pray that it'll just continue to shrink. Once again, still suffering from a little bit of low energy issues. Although I'm way better at eating, I still struggle to eat a little bit. It still hurts, when I eat certain things, like jalapenos. But I did have an incident yesterday. It's just a very strange thing happened to me. And it just so happened to be I had just a regular doctor visit that day, or yesterday afternoon, and I just said that I haven't been working hard, but yesterday we had a pretty busy day, and we were doing something at work that, once you start, you can't stop. We had to finish it. So we worked through lunch, and I was feeling fine. I mean, I was working fine. I didn't feel, real tired or anything, but we had been busy all day long, and certainly more busy than I had been since I started this little journey. And once again, I skipped lunch, which is not a big deal to me, man. I skip lunch all the time if I need to. That's never been a big deal to me. But anyway, there was 4 of us working on this job, and although there was 4 people on the job site at this particular time, I was by myself, and I was working in a handhole, or a communication box, whatever you want to call it. And I was down on my hands and knees working inside this box, and I stood up real fast, and I've been lightheaded before when I stand up. That's happened to me before. But I have never in my life have I passed out until yesterday. I jumped up, and once again, I was by myself. Everybody else was on a different corner working on the intersection, and I stood up, and man, I felt it right away. I felt lightheaded, like you might if you stand up fast, and which I've had that happen to me before, but I knew this was different, man. And I thought right away, I thought to myself, I'm gonna pass out, And so I started to sit down, and when it was just like the lights went out. I just fell, and I don't have any idea how long I was out. I passed out. And I don't know how long I was out, but I think it was just a very brief time. And when all of a sudden the lights came back on, and I was laying on my side and kind of on my elbow. So I don't even guess I went all the way down. I was on my elbow, and just a little confused, a little like, what the hell? What the heck happened? Anyway, like I said, we were in the middle of doing something, and I didn't want, I didn't want to make a big deal out of it. So I just got up and just kind of got my bearings and just went back to work, because I was leaving fairly early, a little early that day anyway, to go to that doctor's appointment. So we just finished what we had to do, or actually when I left, they were still working on it, but I did eventually have to leave to go to my doctor's appointment. And, that's never happened to me before. And it's just odd. And got to the doctor, of course, I told the doctor about it, and they checked my vitals, as they always do anyway. And I had an elevated heart rate, which, by the way, I have a real low resting heart rate. Man, I'm in my 40s, 45 to 50 usually. Used to be 45, 50. I'm getting a little older, so now it might be in the 50, 55 range normally. But my heart rate was 67, which is not crazy high, but for me, that's definitely an elevated heart rate. And my blood pressure was 148 over something, which I've never in my life have I had a high blood pressure reading. Even throughout all this stuff, I've never, like 122 over 70, 120, 118 over whatever. That's usually what my, when I do go to the doctor, that's what it always has been. I've never had a high blood pressure reading until yesterday. And I have a real bad history in my family of heart attacks. They dropping like flies in my family, my dad's side of the family, from heart attacks, man. So, of course, the doctor's got those records, and she said, "Hey, we need to do an EKG." So we did an EKG, and it was negative. There was nothing that showed that I was having a heart attack or anything like that. And she said basically what I already thought, was just the fact that I am still, I guess, even though it's been a month, I still have some effects of the radiation poisoning. All they're doing is poisoning you when they put that crap in you. So that, along with not eating, and along with just really, I wasn't working hard, but just working longer and a little harder than I have in, golly, a couple, 3 months. I guess all those things combined just caused me to get lightheaded. And anyway, I haven't had any real problems since. Maybe feel a little lightheaded every now and then, but no real problem. So, it's just a weird deal that happened, and I don't know, really, what to make of that necessarily. I don't think I'm having heart problems or anything like that. I just think it was just those things I just said. Just worked hard, or harder than normal, or I had been in a while, and not eating, which once again is traditionally that's never been an issue for me, to skip meals. I've skipped meals a lot in my lifetime. So, to skip a meal is I don't like it. I like to eat, but it's just something I can do, or have been able to do. Anyway, all that aside, everything has been, you take that out of the equation, that weird phenomenon, everything's been really good, man. I'm feeling stronger every day, although that was a weird deal. And definitely being able to eat. And I just, once again, will always feel real confident. I do feel real confident that the combination of the proton radiation and the fenbendazole, the dog dewormer, it's going to work. And, I'm as always, I'm just real grateful. I got so much to be grateful for. I've said it all before, but so many things to be grateful for. And do the CT scan in 2 weeks, and then a PET scan after that, 6 weeks after that, and we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But I've been asked a couple of times now, what's going on, and there's really just not that much to report, except for the weird deal yesterday. But anyway, God bless you all.